Greetings and welcome to the Bureau of Inspection. You're about to embark on an essential mission, ensuring that every gift, toy, and treasure that Santa delivers is absolutely perfect. Here at the BOI, our diligent elves carefully check toys and treats for any imperfections. Santa's counting on us to make sure his list matches our inspection results. Every gift must be inspected not once, but twice before it gets the stamp of approval. We want to make sure every child receives the best on Christmas morning. It's a team effort here at North Pole Industries. We all play a vital role in making Christmas a success. The joy we bring to children around the world starts right here with us. Santa checks his list twice, and we check the gifts twice. It's a North Pole tradition. So welcome to the Bureau of Inspection. Let's make this Christmas the merriest one yet. This year, North Pole Industries is proud to partner with Tri-Treats to bring a delightful variety of international snacks to stockings everywhere. Each Tri-Treats package includes unique and tasty delights from a special country, as well as a description of each snack and some fun information about the country. Along with some yummy morsels and stockings, each home can also use a special discount code to receive 15% off their first box of their own. Thank you to Tri-Treats for partnering with North Pole Industries and helping to make this the merriest Christmas yet.
34. All right, perfect. 34. We're in the good pile. Let's see. Okay, the curvature looks right. The wrapper, nice and snug on both ends. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, hello. I'm so sorry I didn't hear you come in. I was just very focused on my candy canes. Welcome. Welcome to the Bureau of Inspection. Are you the new elf we're getting today to help out? Oh, wonderful. Between you and me, it's been a bit stressful this Christmas, so it'll be very nice to have extra help. What made you want to work in a place like the Bureau of Inspection? Besides how incredibly important of a job it is, of course. Oh. Were you the... Okay, I know this wasn't really supposed to be, common knowledge, but people talk. Were you the elf on the toy floor with the mishap with the teddy bears? Oh boy. I am so sorry, but don't worry about that, okay? We've all been there. Well, maybe not like that specific thing, but we have all made mistakes. It's all right, okay? Here at the Bureau of Inspection, I think you'll find that we have a much nicer work environment than you might have experienced on the toy-making floor. Well, instead of using the word demoted, which is a little rude to those of us who enjoy working here, let's maybe use a different term. Like maybe you are exploring your variety of career opportunities. That sounds a bit nicer, doesn't it? Okay, great. Well, let's get you started then, all right? Here at the Bureau of Inspection, we have a very, very important job. Now, of course, the toy-making elves get all of the glamour, okay? But our job here is just as important. We are the final defense against mediocrity. We are what makes sure that none of the toys or the treats or any other little treasures that end up in the sleigh have any sort of flaws to them. Now, imagine this for a moment. You are a toy-making elf. I guess you can imagine that part. and you are more worried about your quota than your quality. And you make all kinds of wonderful toys for the day, but one of them, you maybe didn't take the time to spend as much time with it as you should have. And then that toy gets wrapped up and put on the sleigh and delivered to a wonderful child who has been wanting nothing more than this gift for the entire year, and they open it up and they're so excited. And then it doesn't work. Now, does that sound like it's spreading Christmas cheer? No, of course not. We at the Bureau of Inspection are here to make sure that every toy, everything that gets on the sleigh is flawless. So, it's a very, very important job, especially when there are elves who care more about quotas than quality, not to name any names, Sparkle. So, here we have a very, very important job. It's a team effort here at the North Pole, it really is. And I don't think that we're really any less important than any of the other elves, honestly. Hopefully, you will learn to see it the same way. Well, let's get started, shall we? Now, this is your workbench, okay? Now, every day when you come in, there will be boxes or crates of toys, books, treats, all kinds of things sitting here for you to inspect. Now, earlier in the season, it was a little more organized. You know, you might get like one whole crate of books or a whole box of teddy bears. Dolls. Baby dolls. Sorry. But now that we're, winding down, we're getting very close to Christmas, it's a little more random in the boxes because it's really just, filling in the gaps to those last minute lists or elves remaking things when they didn't focus on their quality and it needs to be redone, Sparkle. So this box is, it's been rather random so far, but I will walk you through the process of everything that you need to do, all right? Okay, now first of all, I was looking through this lovely box of candy canes. So when you are inspecting candy canes, it is important to make sure that the curvature is appealing, that the wrapping is nice and sealed, and that each candy cane has exactly 32 to 36 red stripes. If it has any more than that, you discard it. If it has any less than that, you discard it. 32 to 36, that is the window. That is the only acceptable window, all right? And of course, make sure that there aren't any sort of breaks or anything like that. No one wants a broken candy cane on Christmas morning. So that's what I was doing here. I was just making a pile of the good candy canes and the bad candy canes. But let's move on and see what else we have in this box, shall we? Ooh. Did you ever have one of these when you were little? A Rubik's Cube. Now for these, we want to make sure that they are, nice and not in order. You also want to make sure that there are the correct number of each of the different colors of squares on here, right? So we'll go through and count the blue here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, none on that side, 8, and one more, 9, just like that. So you would go through and make sure that all of the colors are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. I did one time have a Rubik's Cube where one of the colors was not correct. I don't know how they managed it because when they make them, they put them all together, but either way, always good to check. That is why we check. All right, let's see. Let's do the red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. None on that side. 8, 9. And just for good measure, none on that side. Good. Good, good, good. See, so it takes a keen eye. We also want to make sure that there are no scratches or anything like that, faded logos. We want to make sure that it looks perfectly new, as it should. Wonderful. So then you put it either in the accepted, checked pile or in the reject pile. So it's rather simple, I suppose, but you do just need to be thorough. We wouldn't want any mistakes seeping through the cracks. Santa trusts us to make sure that everything is up to his very high standards. So let's see, what else do we have here? Ooh. Little baby rattle. It's got a nice, satisfying rattle to it. It's also good to test all of the toys. Make sure that they thoroughly work. See, if it was too many beads in there, then it wouldn't really rattle enough, you know, and if it was too few, it would sound rather empty. So you need to have the right amount. I think that sounds about right. I've got this 3 little rings here. No spots or anything on any of those. Good, 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 good. And a little face here, painted very nicely. Little horse. Good. What do you think? Do you think that's a few too many beads? You think it's okay? Alright. I suppose as long as it's not, you know, if it's too full and they can't rattle, that would not be good, but there's certainly rattling in there. Alright, wonderful. There we are. Let's see. Ooh. What a lovely little stocking stuffer. It's a little puppet. These are very popular. Very popular. Have been for the past several years, and will probably continue to be so for the next few years before they get phased out with something else. Let's see. Make sure we don't have any scratches or anything. Okay. Make sure the clasp works, of course. Nice and sturdy. Good. 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 I'll check the other side just to make sure. Excellent. All of them stick both sides. Sometimes, if they're not made correctly, if you go to pop them on one side, they kind of just pop back to the other side, which is not good. You want it to be able to hold the pop, no matter what. Excellent. All right, which one shall we do next? Ooh, an excellent choice. What is this exactly? Quite a fun little thing here. Look at this little guy. Alright then, yes, it looks like the paint is on there very nicely. I don't see any imperfections there. And we've got some wonderful little rubbery hairs there. And these, quite fun. They also stretch. Good, nice and stretchy. Excellent. And of course they need to be shaken and squeezed. You never know how they might be played with, so it's good to make sure that they can withstand an array of different methods of play. These nice and stretchy, but not immediately coming off. Good. Good, good, good. Wonderful. I think our little squiggle friend passes. Alright, let's see. Ooh, a book. Most of these have already been finished, but this one sifted through the cracks. A Star Wars book for a little child. A, B, C, 3PO. How exciting. This must be a book where you learn about the ABCs with Star Wars. Wonderful. Yes, it does look like that is what it is. Now, for the books, you don't necessarily need to sit there and read every page. Of course, we have our proofreaders for that. But you just want to make sure there aren't any marks or scratches or anything like that on the cover. Wouldn't want any scratches or any bent or missing pages, of course. You want to make sure that it looks perfectly new. You can see all the letters that it goes by. Make sure all of the illustrations look nice. Wonderful. I wonder if this was from a late list. No, it's never too late. Never too late for Christmas cheer. A later list. Or if this was one that needed to be remade. Not exactly sure. Wonderful. That will be quite fun. Teach some little friend about their letters. Ooh, haven't seen one of these in a while. This is a very classic toy. We used to make quite a lot of them. Now it's a little less so, but there are still people who appreciate the classics. A little telephone. You know, this string that attaches the phone to the receiver here, it used to be longer, but then regulations about strangulation got worse. We wouldn't want anyone to be unsafe on Christmas morning, would we? You know, it's funny, most children probably have never seen a phone like this anymore. Of course, all the little numbers. Making sure that all of the colors look alright too. No scratches or markings. Alright, wonderful. Good, good, good. This one also, you can see the little eyes, they move as the wheels roll. Nice long string. That one didn't need to be shortened. Interesting. I guess this one can't get caught on the telephone. There we are. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Ooh, here's a soft little friend. Look at this. Happy little avocado. Now, for any sort of stuffed friend, you want to make sure that all of the stitches are in place. No loose threads, anything that might cause any sort of fluff to be leaked. Alright. Those all look quite nice. And this little friend has a little added surprise. He's an avocado on this side, but you can also turn it inside out. And on this side, it's a bowl of guacamole. A lovely, happy bowl of guacamole. See the little triangles on the bowl down here. A little chip sticking out. Alright, check all of those little stitches. And these little marks are not stitches, they're actually part of the fabric. Just make sure no stains. I like to give them a good squish too. Squishy friends are going to be squished by the children that receive them, so it's good to make sure that they don't fall apart. That if you squish them, they retain their shape. All of those kinds of things. All right. You passed the squish test, little friend. I think we'll put it back to the avocado. Here we are. Just tuck the bowl inside there. There's our little avocado friend. You know, the nice thing about these is that you can also use them as puppets if you want. All right. Wonderful. Let's see. Ooh, another little book. Ah, this one is Crinkly. For a little baby. Looks like this one has things that you wear on it. A t-shirt, some lovely little stripes there. Shorts, coat, trousers. Now for this one we want to again check all of the stitching. Make sure that everything is nice and straight and solidly stitched. Good, 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 good. Make sure that this is not going to get pulled off. Good, good, good. Stitching around the pages here too. Whatever you think might be the first thing that a child would perhaps pull at. It's a good thing to check. Good, good, good. Stains on the pages, especially if they're white like this. I want to make sure that everything looks nice. Good, 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 good. So I'm going to go over there as well. More candy canes, of course. You will have lots and lots of candy canes. Also, this year, I don't know if you've heard, but we received a wonderful partnership from Try Treats. So we have quite a few of their wonderful delicacies that we get to include in our stockings as well. Now, we don't have to inspect all of them. Of course, you want them to be, nicely wrapped up. But we do generally sample a few from each of the batches just to make sure that everything is all right. And of course, because they're yummy too. Let's see if we have any in here, shall we? This one looks like another delicious wafer in there. Look at that. Just a nice classic wafer with chocolate, but with Polish chocolate. Very delicious chocolate. Nice richness to it. Kind of a mild, dark chocolate. Very rich. And then, of course, that beautiful, light, flaky wafer in there. Yes, very good. Wonderful treat. Any time of the year, but especially for Christmas. Let's see. Alright, I'll make a note of that one too. Let's see. Ooh. Now this is quite lovely. This must be for a bit of an older child. A beautiful headband. Or perhaps a crown. I suppose it would depend on how you wear it. Lovely little pearls and flowers. And these we do want to make sure there's not any sort of scratches on any sort of the pearls, and that there's the same amount in each of the little sections as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Good, good, good. All the little flowers are perfectly aligned. I wonder if they're going to wear it as more of a headband or more of a crown like this, just around like a circlet. I suppose they could certainly wear it as both too, just depending on their mood for the day. Let's see. Ooh, another little squishy friend. This one you might recognize. Bulbasaur. Bulba. Lovely little friend here. And again, we want to make sure of all the stitching. Oh, there is a loose thread here. All right, now, this is very, very important. Now you can see what we do. If there is anything that is wrong with the toys, you determine if it is fixable or not. All right, so this one, it looks like there is just one little loose thread here, and if I pull at it, it's not coming out anymore. So that means that it is not one that's going to completely unravel and need to be redone. It can probably just be snipped. All right, so in that case, we will put it in the fix pile. Now, if it was something worse, like if it was going to completely unravel if you pull it or if you snip it, or if there's a hole in it, or if it's stained or anything like that, then it would go in the reject pile. Now, after Christmas, the toys that are in the reject pile can still be, fixed and helped. But if they would take too much time, then generally we just move on. At least this close to the season. It's good to make sure that, we're using our time efficiently. There'll be plenty of time in January for the toys that need a little more attention. But this one, I think he's just got that one little thread there in his eye. It looks like all of these other parts with the thread are okay, so that should be just fine. He will be a nice, easy fix. And he also passes the squish test. Squish. 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 He's going to be hugged and snuggled, so you'd better get used to it. Make sure that he holds his shape, nice and cuddleable. Wonderful. All right, well, you will go in the fix pile, but it is just going to be a very, very simple fix. Ooh, another lovely little stocking stuffer. Who doesn't love getting some brand new nail polish? This one, it looks like a very, very light blue, like a frosty winter's morning. Now with these, of course, we don't want to, use up any of it. So it's gone through quality testing with the actual formula for the nail polish. But we just want to make sure the lid is nice and snug, but that it can still come off. There we are. That's a lovely color. It reminds me of a crisp winter morning after a snowfall. The snow glistening on the trees. Of course, it doesn't last like that for very long. The sun and the wind and the little critters knock it down, of course, but at the first hint of sunlight, when it sparkles as it sits on the pine trees, it's a beautiful sight. All right. Just going to make sure these labels are all correct. Alright. Oh, look at that. It's called Winter's Morning. Perfect. All right, no scratches or scuffs or any of the labels off, and of course the lid nice and snug. We wouldn't want to cause a mess in the sleigh. Perfect little stocking stuffer for someone. All right, well, I think that was just sort of the tail end of this box. Once you're here and, we get you all settled, there will be other elves that bring new boxes as you finish one, and they'll take away the piles and everything like that. So it's all quite efficient. We are nothing if not thorough and efficient here at the Bureau of Inspection. So I should get back to my candy canes. You should go to your own workbench and get yourself a box to start on. Have you spoken to the director yet? Okay, she's wonderful. Yes, she's very passionate about inspection. So she is right up those stairs over there, the bright red door with the wreath on it. That is her office, okay? You can go check in with her. You can tell her you've already started the training a little bit. And I'm sure that she will be happy to get you set up. Very happy. With the internet and demand going up and the world seeming like it's getting a little smaller, Christmas gets a little more frantic every year to finish everyone's last minute requests of all the things that they saw on TikTok that they need to try. But we elves are nothing if not efficient. Happy to serve, happy to spend our energy bringing Christmas cheer. Especially those of us at the Bureau of Inspection. We take our job very seriously. I'm sure you will too. All right, well, why don't you go speak to the director, and welcome to the Bureau of Inspection.